Accessing pre-war records. Record found. 108th Infantry Regiment, 2nd Battalion. Ahoy there. 'Tis Providence, a member of the Congressional Army, is delivered to us in our hour of need.
I was in the Army, but what's the Congressional Army?
Standing orders, sir. Proclamation 3. All members of the U.S. Army are hereby members of the Congressional Army. The captain requests your presence on the bridge. At the double quick, sir.
Requesting permission to use lethal force.
Wait, you're gonna kill me?
Affirmative.
Shiver me timbers! Let me run a shot across their bow! Is this for real?
That is the definition of lethal force.
Not if we get him first.
You wouldn't hurt a couple of harmless visitors, would you?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Yes, this makes no sense.
We're the only ones that'll be doing the killing around here.
Although killing a guest is out of the question, this Gutsy may be malfunctioning. I'd watch what you say.
It's starting to look that way.
This must be a misunderstanding. You invited me aboard.
Let's parley with him, Captain. Yo-ho-ho! Is this for real?
Isn't that against one of your robotic laws? Those exist, right?
Not exactly the level of hospitality we were expecting.
We're not here to cause any trouble.
Real bad for tourism if you kill your invited guests.
Well, make a choice.
And your core programming dictates guests cannot be harmed.
Why we accepted that invitation is entirely another matter.
Indeed. So I must insist you check with your captain straight away.
Just give the order.
I'd say something about screws being loose, but you already thought of that, right?
What is invite? Just smash!
Try that, and you'll be nothing but scrap metal, pal.
Give a word, Captain, and I'll send them to Davy Jones' locker. Is this for real?
This is not the place where I want to pick a fight.
Come on, let's waste this tin soldier.
We can work this out. Everyone can walk away with their protocols intact.
Is now really the time to antagonize the killer robot?
Stand down, or we'll be forced to defend ourselves.
If we shoot him, then the others will certainly return fire.
I've got no problem shooting robots.
Careful, sir. The Mr. Gutsy model packs quite the punch, as they say.
Just give the order.
It might be smarter to see if we can talk our way out of this first.
Yes. Smash, robot.
Whoa, easy there.
Yar, matey, hoist the sail, weigh anchor. Is this for real?
Negotiating with tin cans is a dicey business.
You got no clue who you're dealing with. You're gonna want to back the hell off.
Let's be civilized about this. There's no need for blood.
Just lower your weapon.
Whoever programmed these robots needs to have his head examined.
It is against your core programming to use lethal force against an invited guest. It is illegal.
Why are you trying to reason with these oversized garbage cans?
Lethal force? Against an invited guest? That's hardly an option. Check with your captain, Gutsy. He'll confirm.
By all means, let them try. I'm ready.
We're not looking for trouble.
No talk. Smash!
Stand down. That's an order. And for God's sake, use the accent.
Aye, Captain. Standing down.
I trust the first mate didn't give you too hard a time. Been too long since we've seen the Congressional Army.
First mate, Congressional Army? Why are you talking like that?
This is the pride of our Navy, the USS Constitution. As her commander, it is my privilege to enforce a certain measure of decorum amongst my crew.
Why are you even here, on this ship? It's ancient.
This vessel has more than once been the seat of our great nation's naval power. Is it not fitting she don this mantle again?
And you're in charge here? What?
As ordained by the chain of command, the links of which start with our most august admirals and plummet to the lowliest of sentry bots. After all our brothers in arms perished, I reluctantly assumed command.
You didn't explain why you're talking like that.
Look around you. In these times of great unrest, is it not prudent to adopt the manner of a more civilized time? If that answer is not to your satisfaction, I'm afraid you must make your peace with it.
Are you crazy? Do you even know what year it is?
Do not mistake my genteel manner for derangement, sir. I am fully aware that it is the year of our Lord, 2287.
Your lookout told me to come up here. Why?
I confess, we need your assistance. You visit this fine vessel in trying times. It calmed these long years on her airy perch. Damn you, Weatherby Savings and Loan! I spit at you.
How did it even get up here?
Oh, this should be good. Huh, I never thought about that. Yeah, how did it get up here?
It does seem like gravity should have intervened by now, doesn't it?
It does rather defy logic.
Get up here? I'm more concerned if it's gonna stay up here.
Yes. I was wondering that myself.
That is curious. Are not boats supposed to be in the water?
Now this I have to hear.
Yes, I imagine that's quite the story.
That wasn't going to be my first question, but go ahead.
Yeah. How?
A harrowing tale of that there can be no doubt. Or I should say, I assume it is. I came upon her as she is, atop the Sargasso sea of rubble and misfortune.
You should just abandon the ship.
Yeah, I don't see the point. You're sitting on the Commonwealth's most obvious target.
Huh, I like what he's done with the place. It's got a retro-revolutionary vibe.
Dunno, seems like they're doing less harm to it than most of the folks out there would.
You really think this place would be better off in the hands of super mutants or raiders?
And just leave the carcass to the wolves? It'd be torn to bits.
A captain never abandons his vessel.
But without the machines, others would strip the ship bare.
I agree. I take what I can, and then burn the rest.
But they've kept such a fine piece of history nearly intact, sir. Surely their presence isn't doing that much harm.
I just realized he thinks we're with the Continental Army, and he's actually sort of right. Minuteman, see?
Not need ship. Just take guns.
A sad state of affairs for such a historic ship.
If I knew how fun this guy was, I would have visited ages ago. Captain?
Hell of a view, though.
Seems this place ought to be a museum, not a weather vane.
Seems the old girl deserves better.
Honestly, for its age, the vessel is in remarkable condition.
So much history. To remain here is sad.
Frankly, I can't believe that hunk of wood is still in one piece.
Indeed, Captain. She looks to be in tip-top shape. A shame she's wrong... aground.
I can't believe she's still in one piece.
That's quite a predicament.
I don't know. I'm kinda having fun watching them scurry around like a bunch of amusement park pirate bots.
Although I think your boat is really helping the property values around here.
It's something.
Not an enviable situation.
Ooh, can't imagine being left out to dry like this.
It certainly is.
Well, at least you've given us something to laugh at for a while.
Yes, quite a predicament indeed.
I just realized he thinks we're with the Continental Army, but we're actually Minutemen. So he's actually sort of right.
Strong board.
What vexes me most is my inability to assist in the war effort. My gun decks have naught but Morats and ne'er-do-wells as targets. Enough pleasantries. The Constitution has systems that need repairs to carry out its mission.
What war effort?
Against Communist China, of course. But if any Redcoats or Canadians sail nearby, I will give them a good thrashing, to be sure. To avenge the burning of our nation's capital would be a sweet victory indeed. Consult with the bosun and Mr. Navigator. They will relay your instructions. Dismissed.
Scavenger threat eliminated. Damage assessment will commence after this unit has completed scheduled duties.
Why did the scavengers attack?
Scavengers have attacked ship 17 times, destroyed 13% of ship's systems, stole 5% of ship's store. Logic error. Captain's orders authorize scavenger termination only if necessary to preserve the ship.
If they've attacked you 17 times, why don't you fight back?
This unit suggests Captain's core processes in need of extensive maintenance. Guidance system offline. Multiple errors diagnosed. First error. Guidance chip stolen. This unit requires its return.
Who stole your guidance chip?
Guidance chip is one entry on the list of stolen items. Reclaim chip at Scavenger's forward recon station. Captain has approved a bounty for its return.
Lethal force is prohibited unless absolutely necessary.
Aft dinghy unlocked and available for your use, sir.
Your very presence does this humble unit a great honor. My programming would find it amiss if I did not also interject. Long live the captain!
Do you often just interject, as you put it?
Indeed I do. I exclaim from exuberance, and not because I've been reprogrammed 5 times to wholeheartedly embrace these marvelous turns of phrase and anachronisms. My metal heart burns with a fierce love and affection for our captain. Huzzah!
Why were you reprogrammed? Was the captain involved?
I will confide this only as a cautionary tale. The captain requires all crew to speak in the proper idiom. We are the inheritors of a sacred tradition. There was a time I thought he was, well, balmy. With my new programming, I see his incalculable wisdom. Our last marine expedition valiantly returned with much-needed supplies, including replacement power cables, sir. Alas, with my severe lack of appendages, I find myself unequal to the task of repairing the cables myself.
Can't someone else repair it?
The rest of this crew is programmed for more martial pursuits, and they are, dare I say, useless in this endeavor. Oh, were I hale and hearty, but fate is a cruel mistress.
How'd you lose your arms?
They were stolen from me in their prime, with a full 2 centuries left on their warranty. The scavenger scum blasted them off me as I valiantly defended our ship systems. But the ship surgeon is still with us.
The ship had a surgeon? What happened to him?
Sadly, he is no longer with us. Another casualty in our thrice cursed war with the scavengers. His passing is a terrible loss. Look around. The captain's mission brought us here, but it was the surgeon who rebuilt the Constitution. Now it falls to us to carry on his work. Once you have resolved this matter, I beseech you to return to me to accept my undying gratitude.
Don't shoot! Those assholes didn't attack the ship on our orders. They weren't trying to frag ya anyhow. They just wanted to kill the frickin' robots.
So they were scavengers, but not with you.
Well, they were kinda with us. I mean, we're not really used to working together. It's not like anyone is in charge. But we do have an agreement. Everyone works together, gets an equal share. When you waltzed aboard the ship, those assholes just kinda lost it. They broke our agreement and paid for it. How did you get aboard anyway? We thought you were gonna get cratered for sure.
Does it really matter how I got aboard?
Fine, don't tell me. But you gotta look inside, right? All that salvage, the real motherlode, just waiting to be stripped and sold.
Is all the junk inside really that valuable?
Well, yeah, we could keep Diamond City in parts for months with all them gizmos. We'd never have to scrounge in the gutter again. So you talked with a tin can. What'd he have to say?
What do you think he said?
No freaking clue. The only talking we ever did to that rust bucket was him yelling at us about keel hauling and crap like that, while his robots tried to murder us. So, what did he say?
We talked about a lot of things.
Let me guess, he wants his computer chip back, right? Well, too bad. It's our salvage now. You know what he needs it for, his rockets. The huge goddamn rockets on the side of his boat. He's nuts.
Rockets? Why is he building rockets?
Who knows? Maybe a bomb. Maybe he'll launch himself into space. Who cares? It's valuable as hell. That's what matters. Screw that robot and come work with us. There's dozens more of us nearby. It's only a matter of time before we come out on top.
I'm not splitting my share with him.
You holding out on us, Davies? You got some magical way in there? This guy's got a free ticket aboard, so shut up. Help us destroy that fricking tin can once and for all.
What's in it for me?
What do you think? The tin can's gonna pay you? Maybe in some fricking doubloons? Stick with us and you'll be rolling in caps. So you in or out?
I need to think about this.
These are human beings. Why would you even think about helping an insane robot instead?
I don't like the way these guys are looking at us, boss.
Doesn't seem that tough. Help some folks put food on their table and share some tech, or support some robot's delusion.
I hope you're not considering helping give those robots the boot from their home.
It's tough. On the one hand, that's a priceless piece of history. But it doesn't feed these folks.
Better to align ourselves with the robot than this riffraff.
Might I ask we help Captain Ironsides? He's a cut above these people.
You kidding? What's there to think about? That robot is daft as a brush.
If I may weigh in here, I believe Captain Ironsides has the greater cause. He's unwittingly preserving a piece of history.
I think we should stick with the robot. These people are only a cut above raiders.
Human think too much. More smashing.
No deal. I'm with Ironsides.
You're siding with that robot? Did you hit your head on the way down here?
You know, the cold, logical part of me thinks this is dumb, but all aboard, mate.
You really want to help that loony bot over maybe putting some food in these people's mouths?
So you can keep your grubby mitts to yourself.
I don't know. Maybe these people need the help more than the bots need their fantasy land.
Better that robot than these hooligans.
All you do is for purely material gain. Captain Ironsides is a robot of vision.
You're siding with that daft robot.
A wise decision, sir. I can't imagine what would become of the ship and its crew in the hands of these hoodlums.
I'm not sure that broken robot has much to offer us.
Good. I don't trust these scavengers.
Humans should help humans, not robots.
You've been of service to our noble vessel. I am pleased you recovered the guidance chip without bloodshed. Though the scavengers have caused us grievous injury, our goals must be nobler than base revenge.
Why did you want me to spare the scavengers?
I confess they are a blight upon my existence. Those scallywags killed many of my Marines. We're down to a skeleton crew due to that filth. But they are citizens of the Commonwealth. Citizens we're pledged to protect against foreign incursion. Which is not without its irony. I find I must reward your considerable efforts with the final labor. We stand but a hair's breadth away from embarking on our sacred mission.
So now can you tell me what's going on?
Complete this task, and I will gladly relate our mission. Until then, silence, vigilance. The ship requires turbo pump bearings from a nearby factory. It will undoubtedly be a dangerous mission, but I have faith you will succeed. Steady as she goes, Mr. Navigator. Luck willing, at long last we'll set sail. And our hero of the hour is to thank. You've earned a double share, sir. Well done.
Set sail?
On the eve of our voyage, the need for secrecy is long past. Our twin NX-42 rockets will alight and unmoor us from this dreaded savings and loan. The Constitution will launch into the heavens, and after, gently land in the ocean. Then we take our rightful place as defenders of the Atlantic.
You're going to what?
A thing of brilliance, is it not? Mr. Navigator, put her through her paces. We need to... Those motherless curs! Prepare to broadside. Defend the Constitution until our last breath. 3, 2, 1. Mr. Navigator, light the engines. Dreaded savings and loan, we shall be moored no longer. We are away. Yes, yes. We did it! Victory at last! Helm reports we are a quarter fathom closer to the Atlantic. By my calculations, in a mere century we will take to the ocean. Well done. Our hero returns. What a glorious success! True, the mission is not quite complete, but one cannot deny our progress.
You consider this a success?
Wholeheartedly, sir. I wager at this rate we should land in the ocean in 1, perhaps 2 more launches. My circuits tremble with excitement.
You really are going to launch the ship again?
With the courage and support of my faithful crew, our eventual triumph is assured.
I guess it all worked out.
That it did. In recognition of your courageous role in this, I hereby promote you to the role of Honorary Lieutenant. And being that I, well, cannot actually fit below decks, I hereby give you the captain's quarters as well. 3 cheers for our new lieutenant.
Screw that robot and come work with us. There's dozens more of us nearby. It's only a matter of time before we come out on top.
Yeah, I'm in. What's the plan?
Yeah, that ship is basically the last train to Crazy Town.
I don't know, boss. I get a bad read here.
Smart. All that tech could help a lot of people.
You really think scrapping a piece of history, not to mention those bots home, is the thing to do here?
I guess these folks could probably use the caps, right? Are we doing the right thing here?
I'd advise against siding with these people. They're the real pirates here.
And another piece of history goes poof.
Thank God. I almost thought you were buying into the whole pirate thing.
But, sir, the USS Constitution is a piece of history. Are you truly willing to just throw it to the wolves? Not to mention the fate of Captain Ironsides and his crew.
These scavengers could be useful allies. They're a good source of information on rogue synths.
You sure? They seem even less trustworthy than that crazy robot.
Yes, crush Tin Can Man.
We need to sabotage those rockets. If they blow up, that'll put those frigging cannons offline. So if you find any rocket parts for the tin can, give them to me first. Then Davies will make some special improvements.
I repaired the ship's power systems. Is that going to be a problem?
Power systems? That won't do nothing. Closest we ever got to screwing him over is grabbing their guidance chip. And if we tinker with that, then who knows where the ship will land if it takes off. We need to sabotage the rocket itself. They're super complicated, easy to break. He's got to be missing some parts. The guidance chip is in one of the filing cabinets inside. You better not renege on our deal.
I have something right here.
Let me see. Hey, what do we have here? Davies. Davies?
Yeah, Mandy?
What the hell is this? I've never even seen a metal like this.
That is some high-tech shit there. Turbo pump bearing. Can't make stuff like that anymore.
What is a turbo pump?
Rockets need fuel. Loads of it, and fast. The turbo pump feeds the engine. Any little defect with it, and you got big problems.
Hand it over. After we're done with it, Ironsides is going to get one hell of a surprise when he lights them rockets.
So if you sabotage the bearing, what's going to happen to the ship?
The rocket's gonna blow. That'll take the defense systems down. Then we storm the ship before they come back online. So hand it over already.
Here you go.
Davies, how long will it take to sabotage?
Already done. Just a splash of the old hydrochloric. Bearings like these got 0 tolerance.
Here you go. Once Ironsides has all of his parts, get off the ship. We'll meet up and watch the rockets blow together.
Anyone have any popcorn? I'm gonna enjoy the show.
It just seems a shame blowing up something like that.
Ought to be a hell of a show.
Those poor bots don't even know what's about to happen.
Ugh, I don't want to watch.
This is going to be a waste of useful technology.
I wonder what will be left of the ship.
This should be fun to watch.
Sir, I'm not certain that was entirely necessary. Captain Ironsides doesn't seem as if he means any harm.
Good decision. These robots are clearly malfunctioning.
We better make sure we're nowhere near this thing when they try to fire it up.
Who cares if robots blow up?
You guys did good. I'm surprised you survived.
You're not making this easy. See, we had a vote, and we decided we're not going to split the hall with you. For what it's worth, I voted against it.
You voted to backstab me?
We've been fighting Ironsides 4 months. A lot of people died. They say you just can't stroll in at the last minute and get an even share. They also voted to have you dealt with permanently. Can't have you disputing our claim later, so here's the part where you die.